Hey everybody, it's time to check out the first thing in my E3 2019 coverage because it is a brand new Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind. I've seen this in potato quality because they said it was going to be exclusive, then I guess they saw that shit was leaking and said, whatever, it's here. So we're going to watch this, and we're going to talk about it, and we're going to have a great time. Let's get started. Alright, this looks pretty good. So, the coat wards off darkness. It's useful. I don't know why he would not know that before, and then... Alright, this is totally the Master of Masters, right? Because just his mannerisms totally fit that. What I think is interesting here is he goes, in an awful way, I realize just how necessary I am, but he has the silver eyes. All right, now we're jumping into some Riku game, some Aqua gameplay. I'm really a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of this right here, though. I'm sorry. I'm calmed down. I live for this, okay? This and all, and then we got some new Keyblade form stuff. There's a lot going on very quickly. Xigbar, who are you? And this is in Olympus. He's like, doesn't make a difference to me anyway. I'll just keep playing dumb because Luke's sword turns out has some stuff going on. Who is Luke's sword? Who would have thought that Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind? Who would have thought, right? Who would have thought that Luke's sword would be the stinger of a Kingdom Hearts trailer? It's Luke's sword. I love Luke's sword, but also, damn. I try to say Demyx would be worse, but you'd almost expect Demyx. Just cuz, you know? But, wow. So, that was, that was really good. The way he's talking about a world tour here, and this definitely feels like this is a Master of Masters. And in general, I feel like he has the most like normal hooded look here. I feel like Xigbar, because I saw some people saying it might just be Xigbar. He has more broad shoulders. This just looks like normal dude with no defining features to his body, and his mannerisms are just so like that. And the fact that he's seemingly brought back a younger Xehanort from the past seems interesting because he has the silver eyes here and in the other shot, which implies to me that he's from the past. He's another version. How is this going to connect to the main story? Is Master of Masters actually just straight up in the main Kingdom Hearts 3 plot? What's going on with that? They do some really cool effects stuff here where they kind of like change the color slightly when they do cuts, which I think is interesting, like this right here. So I wonder, it seems like a stylistic choice because even the logo as it comes in here is in general a good bit different, where it's kind of like an inverted look that I think is neat. And then you have the Remind. Hold on, is there a secret code when the logo comes in? You always got to be careful. You got to be careful with this series. You never know. There might be some hidden hints here. Look at the way the logo comes. Look at this shit. Look at that. Someone's gonna find out that if you combine like all these letters together, you can find out some secret. But as it stands here, I'm really interested in the circle with the cross in it. Like, clearly we're starting some new interesting stuff. Needless to say, what is going on with this young Xehanort and this Master of Masters scene? We're gonna have to see. But jumping past that, we get a little bit of gameplay of Riku. Riku and Sora's in your party. They're fighting a younger Riku. It's the Riku replica. and you seem to have all the stuff that Riku had before. It doesn't look like they've changed him at all, in terms of like what he can do. Like all of that seemed to be the same stuff. He's using his Keyblade Braveheart. He's probably got access to the same spell of Thunder, and then he'll have his like one situational command. But it's interesting that they'll let you play someone else. The dream is that when you run into this area of Sora, you can just straight up choose Riku. That is the thing I want. Because also we have Aqua, and Aqua goes in. She's taking on Vanitas right here, doing some good combos. There's not much to say here besides, hey, you're playing as her. The most interesting one is Roxas, of course, because you get to see one, you're playing as a dual wielding Roxas. Two, Axel's in the party and Sora isn't in the party, so you have to wonder what this is. Maybe they just like changed. Maybe they changed what was going on in the story or something. Like I wonder. I wonder why Axel is like in play here, because he was pretty much incapacitated after the cutscene in which Roxas finally shows up. But we'll see what they're doing with that. Either way, it just seems like they just wanted the Sea Salt trio to be in a party together, and I think that's valid. Roxas looks great. He's using all the moves that he had before. Let's look at this. This is motherfucking Oathkeeper right here. At first I thought, what's in Sora's pocket? That's just a replica behind him. Look at this beautiful Keyblade. People wanted Oathkeeper, people wanted Oblivion. I can see why. People love the classics. And I'm glad that people can be satisfied, because now we get that, and it gives us what looks to be a brand new form. This is a gray-black with like these white little... I guess that's like the pattern on the teeth of the Keyblade. So that looks cool. And yeah, as you can see, if we go frame by frame, alright, so it's straight up a new form of second form. This is something I specifically wanted for the game, which was give us Keyblades. Give us more Keyblades. You don't have to transform it into a giant drill or some weird, like, accordion. You could just give us that Keyblade, but it gives us an updated combo. So then he goes in, he starts doing various slashes with it. He does like an opener. He does like an opening hit. And off of that, the second hit is this big spin, which looks really, really good. And then he just keeps on going. It starts with a horizontal spin, and then a vertical spin, and then a slash down. It's just, he just goes in. It looks really good and really impressive. And then it concludes with this right here, which that reminds me, that seems like a somewhat similar animation to... It reminds me of like Nano Arms. Nano Arms kind of has like a drill move Sora forward while the Keyblade spins. And while that's happening, you can notice that he loses control of the Keyblade with it, which I think is also really neat. So like, yeah, it's right there. Let's try not and explode my screen accidentally. Up, dip, dip, blah. All right. But as you can see, like right here, he activates, and you can see like a cool little crystally glyph stuff here, and that just looks really neat. That looks really neat. And it's a cool animation. As it stands, this form just seems damn good. For people who like second form and wanted something like that instead of another transformation, you're in luck. Will this be unlockable based on those certificates you get in the game now? Like, there's one for getting all the emblems, and there's one for beating it on critical mode. So I wonder if you get Keyblades from those, because they seem to have an Oblivion and Oathkeeper motif with them, but we'll have to see. And then the last scene here is like, okay, Luke's sword's probably really important, and we're gonna have to find out how important when we get to play this DLC, I hope. The DLC, which by the way is coming out in in winter has me really pumped. Like I'm so excited that we got a hard like a hard confirmation of like when around when it's coming out. Some people were hoping for summer. I just want them to take all the time they need so that when this comes out, it is the best DLC it can be. And this looks great. It looks really good. I'm super excited for it. But this really isn't the big stuff yet. In terms of story stuff, yeah, some good story stuff throughout this trailer that I'm really excited to see. Because it leaves a lot of questions. However, the gameplay stuff, with the exception of the Oathkeeper stuff, completely like a lot of reuse stuff, which is great. I'm fine with that. I'm just specifically saying that's why you should be excited, because they said they're adding new bosses. And they haven't shown anything yet, and I'm getting this excited over, oh shit, I'm playing as different characters. We still haven't seen what the new secret boss is going to be and the extra stuff, whether they're going to add solo versions of these endgame fights, and other changes they could make to Sora in general. And maybe more than one Keyblade will be gotten, because we are getting a Keyblade for free soon. Could this be that one? Maybe. Yeah. That's pretty much it. I'm very excited for this. Wanted to put out this video. I'm dead tired though, so I'm gonna head out, and I will see you for some press conferences tomorrow / later today. Kingdom Hearts is the best, ladies and gentlemen. It always wins. Oh man, I'm tired.